And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace, the few hours after the snow.
Yes, we've been out in it this morning already. So first thing, I got my little boy up so he could see it because I didn't know how long it would last, after it started raining. And anyway, we built a snowman, which he was kind of sad looking.
Was he?
But yeah.
Well, I was looking for your latest. Let me update here.
I put it on the site.
Oh,
I put it on the Scotty Ray site.
Okay, you put a picture of it. Okay.
That's me and my husband, though.
Yeah, I see that. Let's see here if I can pull up your picture of snow.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm a little slow. Let's see here. I don't see it just yet, but
okay.
There you are live 2 seconds behind.
Okay.
But anyway, we do want to thank everybody for the pictures that you've posted so far and videos of everything that has got the snow out, because it is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
It is. It's so pretty.
Now, from what I understand, most roads are in decent shape to travel. Some slushy. How did you do from Timbuktu coming in?
It wasn't bad at all, but now bridges, I don't know that they're iced, but they're real slushy, real bad slushy. So just be careful. Just glide over the bridges if you can. Just, be careful.
Keep this in mind. Tonight we're going to get down to, if I am not mistaken, let me pull this up so I won't be lying to anybody. Tonight, 26 is our low. So if the slush and wind doesn't dry out everything today, it could be messy.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
We'll watch it closely throughout the day and let you know what's going on with that.
Right. And we have the closings on the schools
you want
earlier,
to go over that?
If you want to go over that. I know Lauderdale County schools are starting at 10:30. I do know that. There's
your list. Rip into that for me here.
East Central Community College is closed. East Mississippi Community College. Choctaw Tribal Schools. They're distance learning. Leake Academy is closed. Leake County Schools delayed till 10 a.m. MCC is delayed till 11. Meridian Public is doing virtual only today, and Russell Christian Academy, they're closed.
And I'm so shocked you didn't point out the two errors that I saw that I'd done on my typing there. I don't know how you even read it.
As long as I can read it, I'm fine. Lauderdale County Schools, like I said, it's 10:30, a late start. The county offices, they're delayed till 10 a.m. Louisville's virtual learning. Kemper County Schools virtual learning. Kemper Academy is closed. I know Lamar is starting at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sumter County Courthouse is closed, along with Neshoba County Schools and Newton County Schools.
Also, Newton is having virtual learning day. Philadelphia schools are closed. Union public schools are closed. And also, as you mentioned, Lamar is going to be starting this morning at 10 a.m. So that's a few of the closings that we have.
Yes.
Now, let me go over and do this, because this has been brought up a couple times this morning of what about power? Let's take a look at our outage maps here from EMEPA. Winston County is up to 21 people without power this morning. Neshoba County has 33, and these are meters is the way they put it. So it's not a ton of areas without power, but if you're one of those, say, 54 people there, it kind of matters to you.
Yeah.
Lauderdale County right now is good. As we come over here to the map, outside of Louisville, right here to the southwest of Louisville, a place to the northeast. As you get down here, here's a little area due south of Noxapater that is out. Let's back out and see if we can see this area here in Neshoba County. Boy, I'm not good at this navigating, Emma.
You're doing all right.
But it's a little bit of power here in these areas here that are out this morning. I'm, for some reason, not navigating good. But 54 people without power on the EMEPA side. So if you're one of those, they know about it. But it's a great thing. Go to emepa.com. You can take a look and see if they know about your area. One of the new advancements to technology. I love that.
I know. It is good. It's a way to stay informed.
Yeah, for years you couldn't do that. Did you see the video that we showed earlier? Let's see here, of the Starkville area of what the roads look like. Did you look at that video?
No, I haven't. I've been on go since I hit the floor this morning. So.
Let's see here if I can scroll down and pull this up and show this to everybody. This is, let me pull this up here. Now, this is Starkville, Mississippi, Highway 82, coming into Starkville on highway from 45 to 82 going into downtown Starkville.
Okay. Goodness.
So a lot of snow.
My daughter will be driving this morning in Starkville, so I hope she's careful.
And if you would, she needs to be extremely. If you'd like to submit a video, you can inbox that. You can post it on the page. Either way, for for more people to see that. A lot of folks from Louisville, boy, they got 4+ inches in the Louisville, Winston County, Nanawaya area.
Goodness gracious. I bet it's so pretty, though. I mean, I know it's messy, but it's pretty.
Now, have you left the Bailey area toward town yet and gone in?
No, I will after I leave here. I will.
The
I gotta take Autumn
line
to school.
starts, from what I understand, on 493. When you get almost into Meridian where Mr. Discount Drugs, you can see the huge difference in between what was dumped here and in town. And everything northward more or less got it.
Okay.
So a little rundown of what went on with that. Let's see here before we get things rolling, if I can get cooperation here. Let's go over and pull up one of these maps here and see if we can pull up here. This is over Forest, Mississippi. Let's see if we can still get video as to what it looks like there. Yeah, this is over in Forest, Mississippi. They still got snow on the roads there. That's I-20 where Highway 35 crosses 45. Not 45, but I-20. What am I thinking? So those areas there still have some snow to the west of Meridian.
Yeah, I think our main concern at this point will be tomorrow, don't you think?
Yeah, tonight.
In the morning, like early in the morning, maybe
Yeah.
if you're going to be traveling, just possibly freezing over the wet roads or.
It's going to be slick, and it took everything in me not to want to run to the bushes this morning and go hunting. That was rough.
It'd be easy to see them.
Yeah, it would. Snow
the
is
snow.
always fun.
Yeah, we got out though, and I got bombed in the face, directly in the face with a snowball this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Alden thought that was really cute.
I bet he did. Did your husband get you?
No, it was just me. It was me and him out there like really early, and then Kurt come on out. But we were the ones building the snowman and throwing the snowballs, So, but it was fun.
My old big
memories,
dog.
making memories.
Oh, well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Did you? I put our dogs out, and Sophie had never seen snow, and she took 3 steps in it, and she whipped back around, come back up to the porch, and just looked at it.
The cat that stays outside our house was like, I don't want any part of this. He's so moody anyway, that cat. And he was just like at the door, like, please let me in. Of course, he's not coming in the house.
You ain't letting the cat in.
No, he is not coming. He is not an indoor.
Mix that with a couple of dogs in the house. Good morning to Kim Valking Equipment this morning watching. We appreciate that. Judy Welch, good morning to you too. Miss Joyce Godwin listening in this morning or watching, and Gail Gafford all the way from Porterville, Mississippi.
Good morning.
Now, there is so much in the news outside of the snow and everything that's going on. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of things that you don't know that's true or whatever. And
Right.
as we get into some of these stories, and keep in mind, we don't know everything that has happened. But social media, and I've got a headline on it here in a minute, they've cut Parler off.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Which is a shame because, I mean, so many people and I think they know that. So I think they know that the majority of Trump supporters had gotten on Parler, and that's just a way, but for them to just,
Now,
shut them down.
Parler is a really and truly the answer to Twitter. It doesn't fool with Facebook. It operates more like Twitter. But what they've done is you've got Apple phones and you've got Google saying, no, we're not going to support that on our phones. If you don't edit what he says, we'll turn you off. And they did. That's not free speech anymore.
No, but I think I think they're going to pursue lawsuits against it. I don't know how well that'll go, but because it caused them to lose. They said they could possibly have been like a $1 billion company.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it cost them to lose all kind of money. So I'm sure they're not going to let that lay there.
I wouldn't
and
either.
not do anything about it. So.
And the more you look at this, there's people that are no longer, I saw a news headline a minute ago, that are no longer processing anything from the president's websites, like anybody purchasing anything. They're refusing to do it. That's costing money.
Well, his son has been on Facebook, and they've been really pushing it too. Him giving like alternate ways to get in touch with them, to send them your email, and they can keep you informed as to what's going on through your email or, just different things. But I don't know. There's just a lot of rumors going around, like you said, about different things that have happened or are going to happen.
Let me show you the headline on Fox News that just went away. Where did it go? Basically, there it is. Democrats, let me just pull this up. Democrats, the push today, it was here just a second ago, and they updated their page, but it was Dem to permanently to do away with Trump. to ditch him.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying from the get-go that I felt like she was trying to impeach him or have him impeached just so he could not run again. And that's exactly what they're doing. They don't want to have to deal with him again. They don't want, they want complete control, and they don't want anybody messing with that. So
what they're after is come our next one, in 4 years, they don't want him around to run. Mm-hmm. And that's what this whole entire Capitol thing is over. Now, it is horrible that anybody passed away, and we all know that. Mm-hmm. And let's get some of the news stories started about all of this. Let me pull these up, and we'll go through them. Some of them relate to what's going on in Washington. Some don't. Mm-hmm. As we look at who's having a birthday today.
Naomi Judd's having a birthday.
So could you have worked that close with her? Because I've always heard they had some controversy between mother-daughter.
Yeah, I think they did clash a good bit, but
I
mean, they seem like two totally different personalities.
She always looked younger than Winona to me in pictures when they were together.
She did.
That's just me.
I'm sure she's probably had, some
help.
work.
It was 1967 that Johnny and June went in on this date and recorded Jackson. What a huge hit that was.
I have always thought she looked so much like Loretta Lynn in the face.
I think Loretta's a little prettier, and I'm not.
I know, but I mean, she just favors her a little bit. I don't know. But,
I look at her and I think, what did Elvis see there? Why did Elvis want to go out with her?
Maybe she's funny.
Well, and I guess maybe it was the Carter legacy of where she come from.
Yeah,
maybe
could be.
But she never was that singer that made you go, boy, I really like that one.
Yeah,
she mixed well with Johnny. Mm-hmm. But all by her, she was more of a comedian than anything else.
Yeah.
Do you remember back this far? Does this go to your memories at all?
I watched Reba McEntire when she first started. Well,
this was her first number one that she had of her string when she started doing things.
Yeah.
But boy, I can't even get the blues. I remember it well.
I saw her at the Temple Theater when she came to town.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
I saw her on, what was that show that had, what was the guy? It was Nashville Now or something. Maybe she was on there or something. It had the puppet guy, Rhett. What was his name?
Red. Shotgun Red.
Shotgun Red, yeah. She was on there. It was her and her brother were on there. He's a singer too, I think, or maybe they had a little family, sing, where they all sang together. I don't know. But anyway, she made it big. And
time has flown. Long way from seeing those national anthems at the rodeos.
Mm-hmm.
Look here who had a number one in 2009, Taylor, back when she thought she was country.
Yeah.
Let's just face it, she never was country.
I don't know.
Not in my opinion.
I just feel like, the world gets a hold of some of these people and just changes them, and she's on her way there.
Now, rumor is she's redoing another country album, that she's trying to revisit some of those, get some of those country dollars, I guess is what. But
I don't know. It's disappointing. It's disappointing when you have like children who grow up listening to that and you think, and then all of a sudden they start going the other direction. I don't know. Right.
It was 1964 that they figured this out. And the interesting thing is they waited till a Saturday to release this information so it wouldn't affect the stock market. In 1964, they figured out that smoking causes cancer. Next thing you know, they started stamping that on everything.
And yet people still light them up.
Yeah, I did for years. I'm not going to lie. Now, interesting story here, and I cannot pronounce this gentleman's name to save my soul. I wish I could. Is it Meep Jais?
Yeah, I would say that.
He passed away in 2010. He is the man who hid the family of Anne Frank and her. He found the diaries after she was taken to the concentration camp and killed, and then they were later published. And just sad thing. Never, ever let, and this is what we say about history, never overlook history. Do not get rid of history because it will repeat itself and somebody else will do things like that. All because you're a certain race. Horrible. It was 1908 that the Grand Canyon became a national monument.
I've never been there.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. I mean, I know that some people think, why would you want to go just look at a bunch of rocks?
It's cool.
But that would be so neat.
Now, would you go out on that thing they've built, this glass where you can see straight down?
I don't know.
Because I don't think I would.
I might sneak out there for a little peek or something and get right back up on solid.
Ask my family how
solid
I would
rock or
that.
ground or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it just isn't my thing.
Yeah.
Now, As we go back to national news now, and this is some of the things that are going on here. This is a Virginia lawmaker. He videoed himself going into the Capitol. That's him there on the right there.
With the helmet on?
With the helmet on. And he videoed and posted he's had to resign after that because they've labeled him somebody bad. And if you notice, let's go to some more stories. They're coming up in a minute. But if they more or less see your picture, you were at that, they're going to paint a picture to everybody where you were, to where you were involved in murder and you were there to resist the government and they're going after people.
Well, from what hearsay says, that anybody who supported the conservative side or Trump, they're going to come after you anyway. That's what they say, that they'll do anything that they can to try to tarnish your image or make your employer think, I don't know. I don't know. I think if people who know you, they know you're a good person, I don't think that's going to hold water, but yeah.
Now, this is the controversy that started all this stuff. Trump has been banned. Is it for life also here?
I think so. Indefinitely, I think.
And it's because they're blaming him for the murders is the way they're putting it. And, of course, the Democrats are there today. And now there's going to be a few of these, and we got one of these coming up, of Republicans that are going to flip sides and vote against him for impeachment. That is coming. And that's why Nancy is pushing this so hard and painting this to be a bad picture so she can get some of these and make them look bad for not voting to get rid of him. They want it to go down in history that he was impeached.
Right.
And that does start today. They're going up there to start all of this with Nancy and the gang. So stay tuned. It'll be a big news day on all of that. Well, probably for the next year. This is what I mean by watch what you do. 2 cops are under investigation for being at the Capitol. They didn't do anything. They were just there. But they've launched an investigation in Seattle to see if they can find anything that they done wrong there. Tucker Carlson is in the news saying that CNN is trying to force Fox off the air and calling them irresponsible and dangerous for not running down it was just basically a rally, was it not, to begin with?
Right. And,
Now, you brought something up before we went on the air to me about what went down after there, of the hearsay side, that we don't have actual proof of this, but it is everywhere where you read.
Yeah, I mean, I've been reading that Trump has, I was reading that he would, and then I read that he has. I don't know if it's true or not. I have no idea. It could just be hearsay. I don't know. Signed an Insurrection Act, which was back in like the 1800s, I think, that was written. It was amended a couple of times, and on the last amendment, it stated, let me pull this up. I'm going to pull it up just so I can be clear. It states that allows the president to send troops when any insurrection, domestic violence, unlawful combination of, or a conspiracy of any kind prevents enforcement of state laws in a manner that deprives residents of the state of their federal constitutional rights.
And where this is coming from is it's rumored that several, including Nancy's computer, has been taken, right?
That's what the rumor is, that when all the chaos at the Capitol was going on, that I thought I'd seen where there was like 15 laptops taken. And they said that hers was one. I don't know if that's true. That's not set in stone. Yeah. We just have heard that. There was stuff, on some of the laptops that had to do with a Italian.
Something that would help Trump's cause, more or less.
Right. Something in Italy that had to do with a satellite that changed that. I don't even know. It's a big, deep mess. Like it's deep, all the stuff that's been said. Who knows what's going to happen? We don't know.
If it materializes, we'll definitely bring it to you.
But all of this mess with the Capitol, I mean, I don't believe that. Now, I believe that Trump shouldn't have said some of the things he said.
He's got a habit of doing that.
But I do not believe, and there's hearsay that it possibly was an inside job, not on his side, but possibly could have been on the other side. Who knows about that? But, there's been a lot of stuff in the past on the left, more liberal side, where they have tried to tell people, what's her name, Maxine Waters?
Yeah.
where she was up there telling anybody
Attack.
who saw any Trump supporters, if they're eating, if they're pumping gas, you get out of your car, you get a group of people, and you know.
Yeah, she did say that.
I mean, they enticed people to do harm or cause chaos. And so what's different about that other than there were people, well, I'm not saying people didn't get hurt, because there was a man, the man in the street that got kicked in the face, remember the guy?
Sure
And,
did.
I mean, they were burning down cities, they were burning down businesses, they were burning all this mess. I mean, it should compare to, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
I do. But if you go back to that Capitol, as the police, if
I
you
don't know.
watch all these videos, they stepped away and let
Right.
people in. They did not push their way in. More often than none, they just opened it up. Now, the lady that got shot, she did crawl through a window that she got killed. But I've seen many, many videos since then. Of course, the Capitol guy that over the police officers has stepped down. But we don't know what went on behind the scenes. But
Right.
they were let in.
I just think there's a lot of media who are trying to steer people in the direction that is on the side of the Democrats, because they're totally against Trump. They've never been for him.
Right.
You know, they want him out of there, and they don't want him to be able to come back. And I just think it's a big old mess. But
And if you think Watergate was bad, just wait till you turn on your TV or whatever it is over the next few weeks. It's coming. As we go to our next story, sad news over the weekend. 62 souls were lost when an Indonesian airplane 737 crashed on Saturday, plunged from 10,000 feet. I did see some video of them getting luggage, and just a horrible sight. You hate for that. John Rich, who is one not to hold back, of course, Big and Rich, who I'm talking about, tweeted the other day, if you'll see that back there, do you feel concerned about your forefathers? Do you feel about your country? And then he lost 10,000 followers in 12 hours over it. And he put it up there, and he says, it's an honor to be attacked for professing my loyalty to God, country, and family. If big tech like me, I take it as an insult. Onward, Christian soldiers.
well, like I said the other day, I mean, people need to stand up and not, bend or break to something they don't believe in.
Correct. Now, this is what gets my, and I probably should have cut and pasted the picture of the headline, but I didn't write it the way they did. This is, and it's horrible that this gentleman has killed himself. A Capitol cop has committed suicide. But the headline I read tried to make it look as though Trump made him commit suicide. All about the wording. We don't know why he did. It didn't even tell at that point in time when I got the story as to how he killed himself.
Right.
Other than he, it's just all about wording, and I hate that. I was trying to see if we had any, no, nothing new there. Let's go back over here. And so that's where we are on that news story. Attempting, let's see here who this guy is. Yeah, this is the gentleman that sent a text to some friends that he wanted to shoot Nancy. They've arrested him. Anything that you put on your phone,
Yeah.
they can get. Just keep that in mind.
Yes.
So he did say it.
And people who think that they're sending something in Messenger to somebody, and that I sent it in Messenger because I didn't want to put it out. They look through that too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had sent something in Messenger, one of the things, and I got a thing from Facebook saying that it was not accurate information or something. So
On a text that you sent. Boy.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. There's, they record every phone call you got, and that goes back to Edward Snowden. And a lot of people don't remember all that, but he told it, and it does happen. I don't know how long they keep them, but any text that you ever send or message or phone call, they're listening.
All I'm going to say is, in all this big mess of things that's happened in Washington and elsewhere, with the election or whatever, this stuff is going to come back around to bite whoever is at fault.
One day.
Okay? Karma doesn't leave you alone.
That's
it's going
right.
to come back to bite you. So, if people think they've gotten away with stuff that they've done, look out, because you hadn't.
If you had told me a year ago that we'd be looking at what their nation is handed on this date, I would have called you a bald-faced lie a year ago. There's no way that could happen.
Yeah, I
Really
know.
did.
It's
Let's
a
take a
mess.
minute to talk about our friends at Buffington Mobile Homes. It's a short drive over, 30 minutes from here, to take a look at new homes. They've got some new ones arriving today, I know. Call them at 635-3180. Take that short drive over and take a look around at what they have to offer. Of course, they've got many styles and different floor plans to choose from. And as I've said in the past, if you don't see what you like, they can have it built for you. Of course, big living room, spacious here as you go into the kitchens. You can have all this counter space and microwaves. All this comes included with the home. You don't have to pay extra to get your refrigerator. And when you're on a tight budget, that matters.
Yeah, it does. And they have land and home options, right?
Yeah.
Included.
Get all that together there. They can even hook you up washers and dryers if you need that. Big living rooms, of course, bathrooms that are big enough for you to fit the whole family in there if you had to, if they're muddy and you had to chunk them all in there at one time and spray them down. Big bedrooms, and of course, smaller homes if you don't need the big one. If you don't have a big family, it's just you and your wife or whatever the case is, they've got those also. Spacious kitchens as you go down through here and take a look at their living rooms and bedrooms and bathrooms. It's all at Buffington Homes. Again, they can get you down to 5 3/4% as low as that. Talk to them. They'll tell you about that. Great financing. Again, Buffington Mobile Homes is a short drive over. See them today, and they will help you get into the home and make it affordable for you, and you'll be happy. Trust me on that. You'll like that whole lot.
Yes.
As we said, this is shut down for now. Parlor shut down. We'll see what happens over the next few days over Parlor. Chris Christie, he's mad at Trump. There's no doubt. And he's saying he should be impeached. If he could, he would vote against him. He plans to run for president. Mark my word. He's not going to get anywhere. Chris was never a favorite of the American public. Not that I saw.
Yeah.
So that's in the headlines today. Expect that.
I don't know why he always reminds me of somebody that was on The Sopranos.
Oh,
Something about him. I don't know.
throw you in a trunk and drive you somewhere.
I know.
type
Yeah,
person.
he just seems like one of those people. I don't know.
What was it? Bridgegate? Everybody remember that? Here's some headlines that we saw of Nancy Pelosi. She accuses the mega mob who's stormed the Capitol of choosing their whiteness over democracy. Just let that sink in. That's a headline there. That's the story that was printed there.
I'm so tired of this. They have beat this to death.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Let it
tired
go.
of it. Yes.
I can't tell a difference, and you tell me if you can, Candace. This is the new Burger King rebranding. This is it up here. This was from the 1990s.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, why are you gonna mess with something that, you know?
Ask Coca-Cola about that.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, but
just,
it did get them
just
some
don't
news
mess with the
headlines.
recipe of the hamburger, okay?
Yeah,
They've got the flame broiled.
Is that one of your favorites?
Yeah, I like Burger King. I think they've got good hamburgers, but it's not my favorite. But
I'm trying to think here in Meridian, would it be Mr. Rogers up there that maybe whoops them? I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe you've got your favorite one that you like. We'll have to do a poll one day on what.
I used to love Lonnie and Pat's. Do you remember?
You're right. Lonnie and Pat's was
Oh
great.
my gosh, they had the best French fries. Even though they would be like like brown French fries, like you could tell that they'd been fried in the same grease for a while, but they were the best French fries.
That really may have been the best hamburger that was
was.
in the Meridian area. I liked them a whole lot.
I loved it. We
I
used to
hate
get them
I
all the
missed it.
time. Yeah, it's sad that that's closed down and doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I pass by going to church over at Northcrest all the time and think, great hamburger place.
know.
Let's talk about our friends at the Farm Supply. And, of course, the Lauderdale County Farm Supply has exactly what you're looking for when it comes to anything around the house. Farm Fish Day is coming up next month. Mark that down if you need some fish for your ponds. They'll be there from 9 o'clock to 9:45 on Friday, February 5th. That's a lot of F's. I almost got tongue twisted.
Tongue-tied.
Of course, T-shirts to choose from there. Great brands that you know and respect that'll last you a long time. Maybe you need something as simple as a pocket knife. They've got all this boot drying stuff. And, of course, still the tumblers. And when you get into making sure everything is disinfected for this second round of whatever we're getting with the coronavirus, they've got it.
Speaking of the coronavirus, I know we're in the middle of this, but yesterday they were talking about that the new strain does not have a test, like it does not show up on a test, but still you're going to need all these cleaning supplies for it, so you might as well go ahead and stock up on them.
Yeah, be ready. Wipe down anything. It
Right.
never hurts. Carry you one. You go into a place that has a buggy, wipe it down.
Yes.
Now, whether or not that changes anything, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it
these-
makes you have peace of mind.
Right, because these wipes are perfect for that. If you just keep them in your car, because a lot of times you get up in the store and they're out of them, like at the
Yeah.
at the door.
That
So,
they're supposed to give you, yeah.
yeah.
Of course, Mobuck's apparel and T-shirts there, the farm supply shirts. Work boots. This is a great day to go down and get you a pair of mud boots. If you need a pair of those to slosh around and work outside, they got them for you at the farm supply, including deer feeders. As deer season travels on, you got to get those bucks in. It is on right now. This last 2.5 to 3 weeks is showtime. Of course, you're going to need a heater because we're not going to have any days warmer than the 40s. Most of them will be 20s and 30s at night. You'll need you a good heater along with cameras to keep track of what's going on out there in the field. If you need to spruce up, get any type of fertilizer to make your crops grow better, they've got that also there for you, ammonium nitrate and a whole lot more, along with all your cattle, horse feed, corn for your deer, guns, ammo. Where do you find it? The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Drop in and see them today. They'll do everything they can to get you on your way.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And of course, they'll still deliver you some gas if you need it in the snow there. So talk to Chuck, he'll help you. Let's see here. What all else? Oh yeah, we need to do our drawing this morning for the Battle of the Bucks. Let's pull this up. This is for $100 from Bud Light and Jay's Taxidermy, of all of them. No purchase necessary. See Jay's Taxidermy for all the details. And who do we have today?
Let's see. Johnny Morgan from Lauderdale.
Well, there can't be but one of those, and that would have to be Johnny Ralph Morgan, Ralph Morgan's boy.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Johnny Morgan.
Yeah, congratulations. That's a pretty good prize. Our winner here from the Battle of the Bucks. Congratulations to you. And again, drop by and see Jay's, see if you can drop your name in the hat, and we'll pull out a winner from that. What else are we forgetting this morning? We've went over our closings. Let me check to make sure we don't have any. I think roads, for the time being, are pretty good this morning. So just be careful. We got somebody happy. Thanks from Stephanie Hempfield watching up in Louisville this morning. Linda Jane loved her some Reba, she said.
Yes.
Did you ever watch the show that she made reference to, Reba, the TV show?
I wish they'd bring it back. I thought somebody said they might bring it back. I thought I said I saw that, but I love that show. It was the funniest show. I mean, she's a good actor.
Well,
actress.
And had the ex-wife, or I mean the husband who had his girlfriend that he was cheating on lived next door, and she was always asking for advice.
And she's dingy acting, Yeah, she tries to be Reba's best friend, and Reba's just like.
So could you handle that?
I mean, I probably could. I don't know. Okay, in a different scenario, I might could. In a cheating situation, probably not.
Well, think if Kurt comes in today and he goes, bye, and then he moves his new wife next door to you. How would y'all get along there by the pond?
Probably not good. Probably not good. Yeah, she might come up missing. No, anybody that knows me knows that probably wouldn't work out.
I don't think it would. I'd hate to shortchange you on a bubble gum. I think you'd jump over here on me.
Oh, Lord.
But we do appreciate you watching this morning. And again, if you've got any snow videos or pictures, post them on the page. We'd love to see that of what happened around your place. We do appreciate that. And as always, we'll be here to let you know what happens with the weather, whether it's in news, whether it's local or in the national headlines. And again, the big thing as we close out, I know we've probably said this before, but pray for our country.
Yeah, it definitely needs prayer right now.
New leadership is coming in, and it's a scary thing when there's change.
Yes, and it's very hard when you're watching social media, when you're looking through different sites and you're getting all this information.
Get you fired up.
It gets you fired up. You don't know what to believe. You're thinking, oh goodness, they're it scares you, when you have a family and you're trying to think, well, how am I going to prepare just in case? But just remember that God is at the center of everything, and He's in control. Ultimately, He is in control. And if we just, say a prayer.
That's right.
And trust that God's going to take care of things, He's going to. So if we can all remember that in the middle of chaos, And
speaking of that, Secrets from the South, this week's episode is going to be on prepping. Do you sort of prep any? Do you put a little extra few cans or anything back?
Yeah, no, we do. And I am so thankful because I'm gonna tell you what, my husband, he could survive, I think, in anything. I think I told you about like he could start a fire with lint and Vaseline. I mean, I didn't even know that was a combination that you use. But yeah, I mean, just he's a MacGyver, I think.
Mr. MacGyver,
Mr.
take that bubble gum.
Yeah.
But so many Americans do not know anything about gardening or planting peas. And if something, you think of the people that live in the cities that totally rely on grocery stores and say those trucks can't get there. Average grocery store only has 3 days supply.
Well, I'm going to tell you this too. If you're thinking about gardening, seeds were hard to come by. Seeds were hard to find for certain things. So you might want to start looking now, ordering seeds, or if you're even thinking about doing a garden, because I'm not sure things are going to be,
You're not sure that 21's not going to pass 20, is what you're saying.
I mean, I'm not sure things are going to be any different, but, if you enjoy gardening, though, go ahead and get your seeds if you want them, or if you can find them anywhere. But yeah, a lot of people do not know how to do basic things like that, canning and stuff like that. I'm so glad that I learned how to do stuff like that when I was younger, and by watching my grandmother or watching my mother.
Right.
So,
do you remember Pat Gibson?
Yeah, I know Pat Gibson.
Did y'all have a snow fight or something as a kid?
Remember the snow ice when we were? I don't remember it when we were neighbors, but I'm gonna tell you what. I can remember the ice storm of '96 is what sticks in my head.
That's what she's referring to.
Oh, I don't know if that's what she's referring to, but
now I didn't have one of these, but Scott Churlow mentioned that we must have never eaten at Smith's in Collinsville. And I did not. The Big Smith's, I never did. That's out of business, I take it.
No, is it Big D's? Is that what you were talking about, Scott?
Well, it says Big Smith. Was there a Big D's?
There was a Big D's hamburger place in Collinsville that it was like Collinsville Hardware, and then Big D's was on the end. We all went after school.
And that must be before I moved to Meridian.
It's where the Chevron or wherever that place is on the corner. Is that a Chevron?
Yeah,
right
the
there?
Chevron.
Yeah, it's where that is.
Subway.
It was a whole line of businesses up in that area.
I just remember the Smith's Blue Jean factory outlet there on the right.
Yeah, Smith's. I got blue
Everybody
jeans.
went there at
Everybody
school.
went to Smith's. Yeah, But no, Pat and my mother were friends. Pat is a hairstylist, too. So she and my mother were friends, and so we all grew up, around them. And so I'm not sure about the snow and ice when we were neighbors, but I can remember, like I said, the ice storm of '96 because I had just had a baby.
Okay, explain to me what Kim Buffington's talking about because I don't remember this one. I remember big. Just how do you say that?
Well, he's probably talking about Big D, and I don't know about the
Big D. That's what
salsa. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he just corrected.
Big D. Yeah, Big D. That's it.
Yeah, I never ate there. So
well, the Mr. Dallas that owned Collinsville Hardware and stuff, he owned it, I think, and so it was called Big D's, and they had the best hamburgers, and we all went there right after school and got us a hamburger.
Okay, I may have just remembered the hamburger that rattled everybody. Okay, if you're anywhere from here through Sugarlock, Wahalak area, Betty Jane, and all the crew there at the Little Giant in Sugarlock, I'm telling you, that was probably the best because they made them fresh every day back there. They ground up the hamburger meat and they made it there every day.
Now, is it the little store in Sugarlock?
It was on the right on 45 when you went through. I think it's gone now, but it was
I don't know.
Little Giant.
I've been to a little store that has a little restaurant thing in it. It has a little tables set up and they have a grill in there. And they had a good hamburger. I've been there, so.
As a kid, I worked for Harold and Betty Jane. They'd yell at each other from the front to the back. And I think, I know Mr. Harold has passed away since then, but enjoyed my time. But that was, oh boy, that hamburger was kicking.
These little places that people have in their communities and stuff, that's the best hamburgers. To me, that stacks up against like the big chain places.
They're better than any chain.
I mean, I think it's,
because there's so much pride goes into somebody local. And that's why we urge you, like everybody that advertises with us here, they're absolutely local. They're your friends and neighbors. You go to church with them.
Yeah.
You got a clarification here.
Okay. Yeah, Pat said that we had lost power and they came to Mama and Dad's house because we were the only ones with a fireplace in the neighborhood.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember it, but I must have been really young, I guess, when that happened. Because my parents, they divorced when I was 8, so it had to have been before I was 8. So, I don't know. But, yeah, we had a fireplace. And still, when I smell like a wood burning fireplace, it takes me back to when I was little when we had that
It's
fireplace.
amazing those smells that'll do
It
that.
does. I love it though. I love a wood burning.
Apologize on Friday, and we're almost there. We had to cut short in the middle of the broadcast because they turned the power off, and I'm getting a generator installed. And I got to thinking last night, oh, I'm set. And then I remembered, oh, yeah, they're not finished hooking it all up. They should finish that either today or tomorrow. So when bad weather does hit, it will kick on and be able to be back on within 15 to 20 seconds moving forward. So that's a big accomplishment to get that.
And so if we all lose power and heat, we come into Scotty.
I'm telling
It's going to fire up the generator.
I'll have to get some pictures of it. And it's, you know, a lot of people think, well, I can't afford it because you're used to those 25 kWs that run $30, $40, $50,000. See Chuck Sanders. This is where I'm getting it from Sanders Gas, and it's I hadn't got the bill for it yet, but I think it's somewhere around $6,000, and you'll have power. No ever it runs off butane off my gas tank in the backyard.
I mean, that's great.
I'm telling you, if you ever went through anything during the winter or during a hurricane and had no power and sat around and looked at one another for a couple of weeks,
Yeah. Yeah.
worth its weight in gold. But that's affordable is what I'm trying to say. And that's a bigger model I got. Your home may not be need something that big. They've got them cheaper than that. So there you go. That's something to think on. All right, is that to wrap up everything we've talked everybody's ears off today?
I think so, but like we said earlier, just be very careful on the roads because it's slushy, and I mean, even when it rains, after it hadn't rained for a while, it's slick. So this is just extra slick.
Let's one last thing. Let's do this before we go and show radar this morning for everybody that is out there. All right, here is Meridian now. We've got Lauderdale County. Let's pull this up where we can show location, show you where everything is with the rain and everything. All right, as we look at this, we've got a little bit of mixture still going across here. As we go up right through here, some light rain in the West Lauderdale area, the northern part of the state as you go through Kipper County, all the way up to Chicken Shack, here at East Mississippi Community College. This is the Baptist church there at the railroad tracks in Wahala. Just to the east of there, some light showers. Linville. Now, after you get past Sugarlock, you still got some snow here at Brooksville. This is some mix that is going on. The Kentucky Fried Chicken there at Macon, you know where McDonald's is?
Right on the highway.
Yeah. As you go on up Crawford there where you'll stop, and you can't pass there without stopping at the Mennonite Bakery. It's just like a law that says you got to stop.
It's the neatest place y'all need to go because you can sit there and watch them make pies and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Still snowing there at Columbus. West Point got a little break around Mississippi State right now. Ackerman getting some snow. And you back out at this, it makes its exit out of the state up here, right through that area there, and making its own way. Jackson, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, getting a little bit there also. But as we look out to our west, we just got some rain that's going to come through. And as they said, all this after 10 a.m. will change to pure rain in the state, in our area. So that's a rundown of what we've got on weather so far. And again, we do appreciate you stopping by, visiting with us for a little while this morning. Means a lot. We thank you. And you were real young, Pat Gibson. You a baby girl. Again, thank you for being with Scotty Ray and Candace this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with more. And as always, something happens between now and then, I'll make Candace do it.
Oh, Lord. Y'all have a good day.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by